Welcome to GSKP, Georgia Sunflower, Kansas Beach. November 13th, Wednesday. I got a couple of shout outs first. I want to shout out to my brother who just had a birthday. Papa had a birthday. Happy birthday to my brother, Monty. Wish you many, many more. What we're going to talk about today on this channel is very sobering and it's a sad story. It could be any one of us. Again, welcome to GSKP. Hi to all my peach trees and sunflower seeds. Let's listen to this song and then we'll talk about the business at hand. Again, welcome to GSKP, Georgia Sunflower, Kansas Peach. How y'all doing? Hello to my peach trees and sunflower seeds. Glad you're here. Again, a shout out to my brother who just had a birthday. Yay! My baby brother. Hope you had a good time, good day. Since we're talking about it, go Chiefs. Let's go Chiefs. What we're going to be talking about today is, just a moment. Okay, sorry about that. I had a little technical difficulties. But today's subject is a very sad and it took me a little bit to prepare myself to do this. Not because I'm personally connected, but I could have been, and we all could have been, in some kind of way, personally affected by this. In the last week or so, there is an article that has been printed nationally about a young woman who threw her 9-year-old child, and I believe a 3-month-old child, and herself over into Niagara Falls. Um, from what I understand, they say that the young lady may have been suffering from postpartum psychosis, which is an illness that some women deal with after giving birth. Um, from what I understand, she'd recently had a baby. I don't believe the baby was more than a few months old, the youngest child, and she had a 9-year-old child. It is said that the young woman was having problems with relationship and that she wanted her family back, which meant her children and the father. Now, some of the things that I'm going to say may offend some people. That is not my intention. But the truth has to be said. I hope, not because I wanted this woman to be ill, I hope that the reason that she did this horrible act is not because of that man. I would have rather that she be ill than to do this terrible act because of a man. I understand what it is to love someone and they break your heart. I know how that feels. But under no circumstances is that man or woman worth your life or taking someone else's life. If you are going to love someone that immensely that you would take your own life, you need to love Christ like that. I would prefer that this young woman be ill than to think she had to take her children's life and her life over a person. Just think about that for a minute. You don't love anyone so much that you would take a life or your life. Nobody on the face of this earth is worth it. Now, mind you, I understand taking a life if someone's trying to take your life. I understand if someone is trying to take your child's life, your mama's life, your brother's life, and it just comes down to you having to take a life. But to take your life and two innocent children's lives because someone rejected you, I have no sympathy for that. Because I know, and I've never seen the man not 1 minute, one time in my life. I know he was not worth that. I know it. Nobody is worth that. Now, because of this act, this woman has shed and spread more misery, hurt, pain, to her family, to the man's family that she was involved with. Because that was his parents' grandchildren or grandchild. Because from what I understand, that the two children didn't have the same parent. And that's okay. And that's another conversation to have too. Y'all jumping out here having all these children with all these different men and think it's cute. It's not cute. It's not cute. It ain't never been cute. I can see the mistake one time, but continuously, no, that's your fault. But again, that's a different conversation. But because she wanted to be back with the youngest child's father, and she was rejected, this is how she solved the problem. Now, to the family of this young woman, my deepest sympathies. I can't imagine the hurt that you feel. I can't imagine. These things that I'm saying were supposedly expressed by this young woman in text messages, that she wanted this man back and she don't care what she said and she wanted her family, and that's absolutely fair. That's absolutely fair. I totally and completely understand her wanting her family back together. But things don't always work out like we want them to. And young people, old people, understand death is permanent. You don't get to come back. You don't get to do it over. It's one and done. Death is permanent. When you do these sorts of things, when you commit suicide, when you kill someone, or you are killed, or if you just die from natural causes, you do not get to come back. If you're feeling like you don't want to be here anymore, reach out. Don't deal with those feelings by yourself. You're not the only one that's ever felt that way. You're not going to be the only one to feel that way. There is someone out there that can help you. If you can't think of anyone else to call, dial 911. Do not isolate yourself. Don't post it on Facebook. Facebook is not going to help you. Go and talk to someone. Friends, church, hotlines. Try God. This is a terrible waste of 3 lives. Three young lives. When I begun this broadcast, I said that this was, or has been said, that it may be a case of postpartum stress. Psychosis. This is something that happens to new mothers. And if this was the case for that young lady, I wish she could have gotten help. Because lots of women deal with it. Lots of women deal with it. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's just like any other sickness. If you're a new mother and you're feeling overwhelmed and you feel like you just can't do this and you can't take this, please, please, please reach out to someone. You're not the only one. Get in a new mothers group. You're not the only mother that felt that way. Reach out to another young mother like yourself. So you can talk about what you feel and how you feel. Ask for help. When you're feeling overwhelmed, you feel you just need to get away for a minute, ask someone to help you. I know everybody doesn't believe in church and God and that thing, but the churches will help you. Church will help you. Do not let this world convince you that churches do not help. That is a lie that the devil wants you to believe. Reach out to those people. You guys always talking about what a church won't do and a church won't. How do you know if you don't go and ask them? How do you know? And this is always people that are talking about what church this and church that, but they don't go to nobody's church. And the only reason why they don't go is because they were told something that was right that they didn't want to hear. Now, you stop believing that lie. If you can't go nowhere else, go to a church and tell somebody that you need help. And if they can't help you, I'm sure they'll point you in the right direction. I found this to be heartbreaking. This young woman and her children are no longer here. No longer here. Why the young woman didn't reach out for help, I don't know. Maybe it was the illness. But I find it heartbreaking. It's very sad that those children and her are no longer here. This could have been avoided. Young ladies, stop tying yourself up with these men as if you cannot live without them. You can. You can. And it's okay not to want to. But you deserve men that want to be with you. You deserve it. You deserve a man that will love you and your children, not use you and your children. This young lady was heartbroken. And this young lady was ill. Her depression was compounded. And two young children. This young lady didn't know which way to go. She had ran to her end. So she thought. To this young lady's mother, my heart aches for you. Though I don't know you, I promise I feel your pain. That is a terrible loss for both families. I can't express my sympathies for you both enough at this time. I just wish that this young lady could have gotten some help. Not because she didn't have family or friends or access to it, but simply because she felt there was no other way. Because she felt there was nowhere else to turn to other than death for her and her children. I can't express it enough. Young ladies and young men, if you feel that you can't go on, call someone. There is help available 24 hours a day. If nothing else, dial 911. Call your suicide hotline. Dial 988. If you need help. Dial 911 if you need help. Go to your church. Go to your friends. Go to your loved ones. Don't let whatever it is bothering you dim your light. Trust me, we've all had bad days. We've all had problems. But it's not worth your life or someone else's life. We need you. We need you. If it wasn't important for you to be on this earth, you wouldn't be here. We need you. We love you. If you feel this way, like you can't go on, reach out to someone, please. Dial 911. Dial 988. Your suicide hotlines are free. Just call someone. We need you. We love you. I want to thank you for joining me on GSKP, Georgia Sunflower, Kansas Peach. I just want to get that message out. We need you, young people, old people. We need you. This world needs you. If you weren't needed on this earth, you wouldn't be here. Again, this is November 13th, Wednesday night. GSKP. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Can't do it without you. I love you, my peach trees and sunflower seeds. As I always say, wear your mask. COVID is still out there. I am my brother's keeper. I love y'all. Bye.